Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook. In today's video, we're going to talk about the greatest economic collapse in modern history and how you can not only survive it, but thrive in it. But before we do, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, tell your friends and family so we can get this information out to as many people as possible, that would be fantastic. So guys, without further ado, why don't we get to it? So guys, before I start this video, let me just say this. You owe it to yourself to watch this one right to the very end. It is that important, and I really do hope you get something out of it. So guys, as many of you know, our economy is on a collision course with catastrophe. Right now we've got runaway inflation that has been created by the Federal Reserve's quantitative easing policies over the last couple of years, where they printed literally trillions of dollars. Now they're trying to say they want to correct that by doing quantitative tightening and raising interest rates bit by bit, and hopefully that's going to somehow take care of this runaway inflation. Well guys, you and I both know that that's a bunch of hogwash, number one, because the reality is the Fed, like the European Central Bank, is out buying debt like crazy. So it's just another form of quantitative easing, while at the same time telling us that they're going to have better fiscal responsibility. Now, guys, you can see that when you look at the Fed's balance sheet. The Fed's balance sheet has just continued to massively increase, and it is not being reduced, not in the slightest little bit. Now, they might do that covertly, or they might do it overtly, but I tell you, I guarantee you what's happening right now is they are actually pumping money into these markets by buying up all kinds of debt. Now, guys, the other issue that we got going on right now is supply chain. So our supply chain is extremely threatened right now. You've got it in lumber. You've got it in other construction materials. We're also looking at the same thing when it comes to vehicle supplies and equipment and those things that aren't available when you need it. And this is having a major impact on the auto industry, to the point where used cars are getting more value for dollar than a new vehicle is. So when you think about that, that is absolutely staggering. Never has there ever been a situation where used cars on a percentage premium would get more of a percentage premium over above new vehicles. And in fact, you try and order a new vehicle right now and see just how easy it is to get one, or find parts for your vehicle when it needs to get repaired. Guys, this is absolutely going to come to a head in very, very short order. But before it does, guys, you are going to see the dollar. Right now, your dollar is what, $1.08, $1.09? I think it's actually just retraced a little bit in the last couple days. But guys, I'm telling you, in the short term, you're probably going to see the dollar rise, probably to like the $1.17, maybe even the $1.20 range. But after that, guys, they are going to let that dollar roll. It is going to have a waterfall moment, and you can just see that. Look at this chart right here that I'm going to show you. Now, just take a look at this. Do you see how parabolic the dollar is right now? Guys, that's not going to continue. They are not going to continue that. What they're actually going to do is they're going to pump money into this system by buying the debt, which is what they're doing. And you are going to see a rise in equities and a fall in the dollar. That is going to cascade over to other markets like commodities and cryptos. But guys, they're only going to do that for a short time. Now, my estimation is that they're going to run that program probably into the mid-cycle of 2023, maybe even the beginning of 2024. But after that, guys, you are going to see one of the most cataclysmic crashes in all of these markets like you have never seen in your living life, or that we have in any recorded memory. It is going to be that bad. Think of this, guys. In the Great Depression, we had unemployment at about 30%. And you had a market correction of around that 30, 40%, whatever. Guys, most folks that are analyzing these markets now, most economists believe that when this crash actually happens, you're going to be looking at a 70% reduction crash in the markets on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now, just imagine what that's going to do. to the entire economy. It is going to be absolutely catastrophic. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. This fiat system that we're a part of right now is coming to a quick close, and they know it. And they have set up the infrastructure already and have prepared things already so that when it does, and people are begging to be rescued by the same people that brought about the problem, you're going to see them flip that switch, and all of a sudden, it's going to come to pass. Now, guys, what's going on in the major news right now? You see over in Holland there, all of these farmers protesting. And they're protesting because their markets are being completely crushed by these governmental policies. Then you've got this guy, Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum. You know what he's saying? We're going to go in and look at this article here. So you know I'm not just making this up. We're going to go in and we're going to buy up all the farmland. Guys, look at this article here for the United States. You're seeing major banks, part of the Federal Reserve, buying up single-family homes like no tomorrow. They are going to create a situation whereby two things are going to be happening simultaneously. You are going to see a collapse in the purchasing power of the average American. At the same time, you are going to see such an economic boon for these banks, these major central banks. It is going to be unbelievable. You're going to see the greatest bull run in history take place over the next 6, 8, 9, maybe even 12 months. And after that, guys, you're going to see the most nightmarish crash that there has ever been in the history of world finance. And I know it sounds just ridiculous. It's almost, how could that possibly be? But if you actually look at the metrics, and just take a look at this Dow Jones Industrial Average chart. Now, guys, this chart is a 20-year macro chart. And you can see from 2008, in the crash of 2008 till now, that the Dow Jones has practically reached out to that 4.236 Fibonacci retracement, but didn't quite get there. Guys, they're going to pump it one last time. It's going to get there. It's going to surpass it. And then you are going to see one of the most massive crashes in the equity markets that is almost unfathomable, and people are going to beg for the solution, and they have that solution already. So guys, I want you to take a look at this thing right here. This is called the ISO 222 messaging standard. Now, this is being spearheaded by numerous blockchains. In fact, you got XRP and XLM, both Ripple and Stellar, that are on the governance council board for this ISO 222 standard. Every major financial bank in the world is going to be utilizing this messaging standard. Now, guys, this is set up for a transition like we have not seen in hundreds and hundreds of years. We are talking about the change of the monetary system. We are no longer going to be utilizing fiat currencies, but are going to be utilizing central bank digital currencies. And we are talking about a shift in control such as we have never experienced before. And guys, we can position ourselves right now to actually profit from such a situation by investing in these ISO 222 compliant cryptocurrencies, and at the same time taking care of our families and what provisions we're going to need going forward. Now, guys, I was mentioning about that supply chain issue. Don't think that that supply chain issue is not going to affect your food sources. Guys, store food. Store those necessities that you're going to need. This is the best advice that I can give you right now going forward. This isn't financial advice, but this is just advice to protect you and your families. Guys, when you think of this war in Ukraine, imagine this. So the Ukrainian breadbasket supplies about 1/3 of the world's wheat supplies. Not available. India just recently stated that also supplies probably about another 1/5 of the world's food supply and rice and that they're not going to be exporting any of their grains also. And you've got these major farms in the US, these farmers and these agricultural people that are being told to burn their crops. Can you imagine that right now? They are being told to burn their crops, and they're being incentivized to do it two ways. One is they're going to be getting subsidies for burning them, and number two, if they don't do it, they're going to lose the subsidies they already have. How's that for manipulation? I'm telling you guys, we are being played like a song, and the end goal is their great reset. Don't think that they've somehow put that back on the back burner. They have not. These are the same folks that are telling you that by 2030 you will own nothing and be happy. The reason is you'll just be thanking God you have your life back, because they're going to create such a situation economically that it is going to just make the Great Depression look like a picnic. And I'm sorry to actually say that, because I don't want to say that. I don't want to be the guy who comes out here and says, hey, look, it's going to get scary or whatever. There is a silver lining in this. Guys, knowledge is power. And you can take what you know now and put yourself in a position where, number one, you are insulated from a lot of the impacts of this crash that's coming. And number two, you're positioned to benefit from this massive boom that they're going to put out here within the next 6 to 12 months, literally between now and probably the fall of 2023, of what they're going to do. They're going to pump these markets like no tomorrow, believe it. And you are going to see a retrace in these assets in such a huge way that it's going to feel like good times are here to stay and they're never going to go away. But that is not going to be the reality. What's going to happen is this cascading crash that is going to be beyond devastating. So guys, here's some things that I think you can put yourself in a position to do that will cause you to thrive. Number one, prepare. Get out there, get your family, when you go to the store, prepare against, insulate yourself from these skyrocketing prices. Buy 2 or 3 cans of that. Get yourself some non-perishables. Put that aside. Just have a little more. Look, guys, we all have car insurance. We hope to never have to use it, but we've got it. And it doesn't hurt to buy a little bit now, put it aside for later, and have it when you need it. So that's number one. And also, by the way, guys, it's another form of saving, because if you can pay for something that's 37 cents today, or save yourself from paying for 98 cents down the road, you've just saved a good chunk of dough. So there's that. So number two, as much as you possibly can, reduce your debt load. As much as you possibly can, reduce your debt load. Get out of debt. Put yourself in a position where you're not relying on that credit system to make it. Now, I hear a lot of people saying, well, my industry is insulated. I'm not going to face those kinds of challenges because I do this or I do that. Guys, it is going to affect every facet of our economy in a massive, massive way. And the best thing for you to do right now would be to pay yourself out of debt. Get out of debt as soon as you can. Now, if you're not able to fully get out of debt, at least put for yourself some cash in the house. Don't keep it in the bank. And guys, when it comes to your cryptocurrency, take it off exchanges. Get it into your Ledger Nano S or your Trezor wallet or whatever it is. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. Now, the other thing to do, guys, invest as much as you can into these ISO 222 standard coins. That's my plan. That's what I'm gonna do. This is something that I'm thinking of doing. Please don't take it as financial advice, but I would just say, hey, look, from a prudent point of view, that to me makes the most sense, because we can see what the plan is down the road. Because guys, I'm telling you, the day's gonna come where you're gonna look at XLM and XRP and you're gonna ask yourself, why on earth did I not buy it when it was 30 cents, when it was 10 cents? Believe you me, nobody in 2012 thought that Bitcoin was going to hit $69,000 per one Bitcoin. You're going to see XRP in triple digits. You're going to see XLM in double digits. And it is going to be so shocking that most people are going to miss that move. Do you realize that although you might be in crypto right now and you might think, oh, everybody's into crypto, I'm telling you that we are so early. Less than 1% of the world population is even in any cryptocurrency whatsoever, and it is going to be the backbone of the new world economy. Like I said, guys, I really hope that this has had some sort of an impact on you. My hope and my goal in this channel is to help people. That's really why I started this channel, is to give people help, to help them with what I had to learn and to see things coming before they happen so that they can position themselves. They can take the information that I'm giving and they can put it into their decision-making program. So anyway, guys, I hope you like that. So guys, before I go, just take a look at this gorgeous scene. This is out in Adriatica in McKinney, Texas. They made this Croatian village and it is just stunning, gorgeous. So guys, as you know, I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice, but if you found value in it, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that. So in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.